Good afternoon, class.
Good afternoon.
Hi, did you have a nice lunch?
Yes.
Good, good. I'm happy to hear that. Well, this afternoon we are going to be working on something very important for your English classroom life, and this is activating vocabulary. Now, activating is just another word for practicing vocabulary, but what are some ways that we get students to learn vocabulary? For example, in your schools, how much vocabulary do you teach in 1 week?
My students take vocabulary test about 100 words a week.
100 words a week.
Yes.
That's a lot of words to be learning. For a student's brain, this could be very difficult for them to retain and remember, which is why activating is so important. We're going to talk about the importance of activating vocabulary, and we're going to learn activities that do this for the students. Okay? So, first, the importance of activating or practice. 1, learning vocabulary without using it is pointless. You say they learn 100 words.
Yes.
I'm sure after the test, it goes right out of their brain, yeah? They learn it and then they forget it. They have to learn new words for the new test. Next, this will help students remember the words longer. It becomes more practical for them, and when they go to the airport, when they go to the post office, their vocabulary will naturally return to them. Lastly, it gets students to use a lot of English. In the classroom, we don't want to focus too much on the teachers speaking. We want the students to be talking, to be using their vocabulary, to be practicing as much as possible. Now, activation methods. The 2 main activation methods are speaking and writing. These are 2 of the 4 main skills for English learning. What are the 2 other skills?
Listening.
And reading. Very good. Listening and reading are receptive skills. How do they learn and take in the English? Speaking and writing are how they produce the skills, production skills, all right? So, we are focusing today on the speaking method of activation. And we're doing this with one of my favorite games, Tug of War. Do you know Tug of War?
Yes, we do it on sports day.
Yeah, sports day, 체육회, right. In your schools, your students play this game in their classes, pulling on the rope to be the strongest team. Well, did you know you can use this game to teach vocabulary? First, on the whiteboard, you are going to display your target vocabulary to be practiced. The vocabulary that you just learned maybe last week in your class. For example, here we have the target vocabulary for hobbies. All right, we have hobby, bicycling, seeing a movie. Please read the next.
Reading books.
Next.
Interesting.
Next.
Hearty, exciting.
Very good. So you've learned all these words with your students. They know them. They remember them. Great. Now they're going to practice them. Okay? After you have your target vocabulary on the board, put students into pairs and you give them a rope. See here, it's a cute little rope. I have a bigger one here. And you give them a score card. Right? These are the tools they will use to play the game. I will show you how in a moment. As the students are playing the game, they are going to be having a conversation utilizing and practicing the target vocabulary that you have taught them. While they are doing this, you will set a timer for 2 to 4 minutes, 2 minutes if they are lower level, 4 minutes if they are more advanced, and you will walk around the room observing the conversations, taking notes of the common mistakes made by your students. It is important though, do not correct them during the game, and I will explain why after. So, let's have some practice. Can I have a volunteer, please? Yes, Jayu, please come up. Thank you. So, you have our scoreboard here. We have a rope in the middle. I have made a larger rope, so we can practice together. Now, the way the game works, we will have a one sentence conversation, alternating. I will start like this. Hi, Jayu.
Hi.
Do you have a hobby? I have said the first target vocabulary word, hobby. Every time he or I says a word, we will move it in the direction of our side. Okay, so I have said one, hobby.
Oh, well, I like reading books.
Reading books, so he will move the rope closer back to his side by one. I say, oh, reading books. That's very interesting. Now I have said two words, so I get 2 points on my side. Your turn.
I'm thinking about going to see a movie this weekend. Any recommendation? Any exciting movie?
He said movie, see a movie, and exciting, very good. Oh yes, I just saw the new X-Men movie. It was really interesting. I move it back, all right? Ding, 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 time is up, the game is over. After the game is over, whoever has the most points is the winner of the game. Students love this game. They get really excited. They love to say as many words as they can to move it to their side quickly. Thank you, Jay. You may take a seat. So, this game activates the vocabulary they've learned, has them doing fun conversation practice in a natural back and forth way. It isn't a dry dialogue from their textbook. And you can really watch them and see how they speak. After the game is over, on the board you can go over the common mistakes your students have made and help them reinforce their natural English. Any questions?
No.
All right, thank you very much. That is it for our time today, and have a good afternoon.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.
Thank you.